here called Flight Club. Uh, so let's get into it. We're gonna go right over to the mat. We'll start out with a little bit of a warm up with some rows, as it were, on the mat, laying down, holding onto the swing. Aerial yoga can be used for not just interesting yoga postures, but also for yoga conditioning, I like to call it. So grab the straps to the swing, have the swing folded over a couple times so it's one piece of cloth tightly wound. In this particular swing, 3 times is a good number. And just grab the outer part of the straps, coming down to seated position here. And once you're here, arms are straight, pushing the feet upwards and the hips. Get yourself there to reverse plank. And now some rows, pulling your chest up. Try to get the elbows to the chest. And 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, keep your hips up. 6. It was actually 5, so now 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, lower ourselves back down. Take a breath here, and we're gonna have a nice creative way of getting into the swing today. Flipping around, and then going right into locust pose. So one leg is bent, the other one's straight. We're looking straight up. You're gonna tuck your chin as you go up and around, trying to get the waist onto the top of the swing. So it's a pull and flip. There you go. Then reaching the hands up, high as you can go. And we're in locust pose. So make sure you have the strap on the hip bone, not in the abdomen, and nowhere that's causing discomfort. Now you can let one foot down and make this nice flying locust pose, really letting the movement go with the posture. This is an uncomfortable position sometimes on the floor, but here on the swing is actually a lot of fun. So here we go, swinging locust pose. Let's stay here for a few more rounds of swinging. And again, one more time, pushing up. Okay. And now we're slow ourselves down, just bending the knees slightly, bringing the hands down, slowing ourselves there. One foot the other, gracefully. And now we've got our legs just in the right position for handstands. So I'm just gonna do a technical adjustment with the shirt. Always an issue with aerial yoga. Try to keep your shirt tucked in. I've been buying or acquiring surf shirts, neoprene, because they seem to stay the most down around the waist and not up at the chin when you're doing interesting positions inverted. So just a little tip or share. Surf wear, very interesting for aerial yoga. So we're here and we're discussing handstands. So we're gonna go into handstand. So just lifting the back legs, stepping forward or backwards, however you want to look at it. Taking the weight, raising the legs there. So you can keep going back, but you have to be careful not to go too far back or you fall out of swing. Because you need the counter position of the swing against the hip to keep you in place. You want to go a little further, spread the arms a little bit more, and more to vertical. Now, what I like to do from here is a flying handstand. So we'll come up gently a few times, and then plant our hands more or less where we were just before. This is a flying handstand. Important to get the coordination right. Don't go too far. In other words, don't go too vertical with it as you're just starting. And for the breath, I like to exhale as I'm coming up. Inhale, swinging forward. Okay, stop here for a minute, take a few breaths. And again, release, inhale. Exhale up. Again, stop for a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale forward. And now releasing, just gently to the toes. And now we've done a lot of forward bend here with the handstands, effectively not being vertical. So from here, what I like to do is a decompression to the back. So take the swing, again, roll it in 3, grab the straps high, keep the swing low, down around the waist, and you're gonna bend both legs like you're going into a lunge and pulling the swing up the spine over each vertebrae, separating it. Feels ever so good, especially after the flying handstand. I just stay here for a while. This is one you could stay in for quite a while. I've never tried meditating in this position in particular, but almost begs to be tried. So, coming up, inhale. We'll do it one more time, just changing the position of the legs. So now left leg forward, right leg back. Again, getting it here under the, just at the waistline. Arms going all the way up the straps, and just bending the knees, pulling the straps up one by one. One by one, the vertebrae. And stop there just where you get to the armpits, just at the bottom of the shoulder blades. Let your head fall back a little bit if you like, and just enjoy the moment here. And now coming back up, we'll do one more here before we move into the meditation sequence. This is really very similar, but just using the straps just below the armpits. Again, you don't want to get caught in the armpit. Make sure you have the tension here. And then just sit down, back into it. Let the arms fall off to the side. And it's kind of like I would make the comparison to a camel pose. This way the top of the torso goes back and the shoulders, you just let your head fall back. Again, a comfortable position. Stay here for quite some breaths, some time, and enjoy it. And when you're ready, first grab the straps, tuck the chin down, straighten the legs, and inhale as you come up. You always want to be careful you don't get dizzy or off balance from these positions here with the aerial swing. So now, we're going to lower down the aerial swing and enjoy a bit of calm and meditation. Today, actually, I think we'll keep the swing high. We'll do it for the aerial meditation, pranayama, alternate nostril breathing, inverted. So this is a very interesting one. If you do try it, please be careful. Retention of breath, minimum maybe 5-6 ohms or seconds on the inhale, or 3 on the exhale. Why? Because you're upside down. It takes a bit of getting used to, and always safety before anything else. You're in a swing, so just keep in mind as you're doing your practice. So we'll go over here. You want to always get into the swing with the 2 thumbs when you're coming into the swing. And what you'll see is during the practice here, at some point I will untuck my knees to get the legs straight, held in the straps more by the toes. This is okay. I do it really just for circulation because you are upside down for a while. If you do 10 rounds on each side of alternate nostril breathing, it takes a while. It shouldn't be rushed, but you want to make sure you're comfortable and not lose circulation to the legs. So if you need to straighten them, just a little advice, it's a good idea. So Coming back, feet together, knees around the straps, and then right hand in position, forefinger, middle finger on the third eye, thumb covering the right nostril. And what I like to do with this other hand, to not just have it dangling, is tuck it behind my back in mudra, just like that. And now with 10 rounds each side, and then changing to the other side. I would suggest changing arms and hand when you finish 10 rounds, just for circulation. And now remember, after 10 rounds, change sides, and then we'll reconvene at the top, as it were. Now remember, bring the feet together, make some space when you're coming out. Grab the strap just below the knee pit, as it were. And first, straighten your legs when you're coming out. Keep the head back. Get a little circulation in the back of the legs. Move the toes, the ankles. And slowly come up. Tuck the chin. Inhaling. And stay here seated in your swing. Just been upside down with a pranayama, so best to just do some bicycle here. Stay in the swing for a little bit. Get the circulation back before going down to the mat. And now when you're ready, lower one leg, then the other, holding onto the swing still, just make sure you're in good shape. And then from there, I like to definitely go into child's pose. So I'm gonna do it with the hands behind me and seat all the way in. And now inhale, coming up. I'll just come over to the camera and say thank you for joining. Hope this is an interesting share and look forward to sharing more. I'll be putting in the calendar soon additional classes for the new Flight Club series with a particular focus on inversions, both postures and meditative. So see you again and have a great day. Namaste.